This deck is big. This deck is massive. This deck is colossal.
It came! It finally came! The big one. Extremely dangerous. Keep out of reach of children. Cool.
Introducing the biggest DK you have ever seen in your life. This deck aims to take advantage of your High Cultist Hiren to cheat out 2 big Death Rattle minions from your deck. And the most important part of this card is the fact that they fight each other. The ultimate high roll of this deck is to generate 10 corpses and play on turn 6 your Exarch Maladar, allowing you to cheat 8 corpses as mana to play the High Cultist Hiren, which pulls out your Travel Securities and your Awakener of Souls. And the reason why this synergy is super amazingly good is because your Awakener of Souls will automatically kill your Travel Security, not only giving you an 8-drop, but also giving you a Death Rattle for Awakener of Souls to pull from. So then when the Awakener of Souls dies, you get another Travel Security, your Awakener comes back with Reborn, and then you have several waves of minions that are extremely difficult to deal with if you only have, say, 1 AoE. Let's just not think about how good Corpse Explosion is as a card here for a second. And the way that you can generate corpses with this deck are with your Leeches, Ancient Raptor, as well as Soulbreaker. Now let me just clear up one quick thing before anybody asks in the YouTube comments. Do High Cultist and Umbra synergize with Ancient Raptor? This has been the most common question that I have received so far because Ancient Raptor technically has a Death Rattle. But the way that these minions work is that they look into the deck for natural Death Rattle minions. Endbringer Umbra will never activate the 1/1 Death Rattle of the Ancient Raptor because the Ancient Raptor is not a natural Death Rattle minion. And this is the reason why we are running cards like Ancient Raptor, because it is very important for us to get corpses, but it's also the reason why we are not running cards like Dreadhound Handler or Chill Fallen Baron. Because if we were to put those cards into our deck, not only would it screw up the consistency of the High Cultist Hiren, but Endbringer Umbra suddenly doesn't have any real gas. And in this deck in particular, Umbra is pretty much a win condition. If you haven't killed your opponent after playing your High Cultist Hiren or after you've played your Death Rattles, then Endbringer Umbra is just the perfect way of refilling your board, especially after your opponent plays a card like Brawl. If your opponent has played an AoE, you just play Umbra, and it feels like it's near impossible for them to remove the board. You could summon a bunch of 8-drop minions, or you could hopefully hit the Death Rattle of the Awakener of Souls over and over again, so that way you have several Travel Securities, which make your board unbelievably sticky. The rest of this deck is pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. You have Trouble Mechanic in order to draw your Exarch Maladar. You have AoEs like Pyro, Poison Breath, and Corpse Explosion in order to keep yourself alive. We run cards like Ancient of Yore and Sanguine Infestation so we can actually cycle through the deck. But one of the best cards in this deck, by far, and my favorite card of the expansion, is Elise the Navigator. I have been trying to fit Elise into every single deck if at all possible because I absolutely love the plus attack on characters ability as well as the copy ability. Because for this deck in particular, it is very easy for your board of 2/2s to potentially deal even more damage, especially if there is a lot of them. This deck can almost feel like a token DK at times because as long as you have a minion, your Elise the Navigator can give you a very real win condition. And if you're not increasing the attack of your characters, then you're probably making copies of minions, generating spells, playing 2/1s with Rush in order to interact with the board, which also gives you corpses, or you can just, gain some armor and just pass the turn over to your opponent. There's so much utilization out of your Elise the Navigator that I cannot talk up this card high enough. These two cards, Elise and High Cultist Hiren, have been my favorite cards to mess with so far, and I really do believe that Big DK has some actual potential in this meta. I do have some sad news though. There is a High Cultist Hiren deck that is not running Travel Security and Awakener of Souls. There is a version of this deck that does run the Starship package. And I hate to admit this, especially in a video highlighting Big DK, but the ship deck, honest to God, is better. And personally, I'm not very happy about that. But this is the best new deck that I have created that actually has some staying power in the meta. It can beat Menagerie decks, it has a way of beating Murloc Paladins, but the simple truth with this deck is that sometimes you just won't hit your big cards in time. But generally speaking, this deck is still very powerful because I managed to hit Legend with this deck going 12-1. If there's any balance changes that are made and the meta happens to slow down immensely, then this deck gets even better. So I say it's time to stop thinking small and it's time to start thinking big when it comes to your DK decks. Now before you copy this deck code and start playing this deck on ladder, let's quickly talk about the Mulligan. I need a Mulligan guide for this deck. It's very simple. You keep cards that generate corpses. Against aggro, you'll keep like Infested Breath. And against slower matchups, you just always keep card draw. But more importantly than not, the Mulligan in this deck is like, okay, so it's a little bit tricky. So it's like Morbid Swarm, Ancient Raptor, Infested Breath, Troubled Mechanic, Soulbreaker, Elise, Sanguine Infestation, maybe a Yor on coin, Maladar, and High Cultist are gonna be the cards that you usually wanna keep in this deck. But more times than not, the cards that are most important are going to be your Maladar and your High Cultist. Now, in order to support these cards, you need the corpses to actually benefit from them, right? So you have to keep your Morbid Swarm and your Ancient Raptor, so that way you can boost up corpses. You can also keep Soulbreaker, especially in matchups like Menagerie, because it's a really good weapon to play on turn 3 to start getting rid of their tempo. You also have Infested Breath, that's great to play on turn 2 if at all possible. Like this deck, it does have an ultimate high roll, and you want to like scam with like your High Cultist. But the most important thing is just denying the opponent. If you could like spend a turn like playing Corpse Explosion when your opponent has like 2 cards left and they have like an entire board, just play the Corpse Explosion and then you can play the High Cultist, you know? You put your opponent behind and then you build yourself up, and it's a great way of winning games. There are a lot of cards that you always want to see in your Mulligan, but there are going to be times where you really can't afford to keep them. If you have the opportunity, you want to keep this card in your Mulligan almost every single time. But if you're going up against, let's say, a Murloc Paladin or a Menagerie Priest, this card is probably not safe to keep in the Mulligan, because if you don't have the cards to support it, you straight up will not survive. So the most important cards to Mulligan for are going to be your curve cards, your Morbid Swarm, your Ancient Raptor, Infested Breath, and Soulbreaker. If you're going up against aggro decks, you absolutely need to keep these cards because you have to keep the board dead in order to survive. However, if you're going up against slower archetypes that you're not really worried about getting blown out in the first couple of turns, then you can keep cards like Elise, Exarch Maladar, as well as High Cultist Heron. Some other cards that could be worth keeping in the Mulligan would be cards like Sanguine Infestation, Troubled Mechanic, as well as Ancient of Yor. Troubled Mechanic is a great way of just throwing out a minion with a spell in order to tutor the Exarch Maladar. And if you don't like Troubled Mechanic, you could probably replace it with a Bob and it might work actually a little bit better. Sanguine Infestation is a great card to keep because sometimes you just really need some card draw, and the rest of the curve will hopefully fill itself out, so that way you're actively doing something before your turn 4. And Ancient of Yor, depending on the matchup, can be a great card to utilize, not only because of the extra armor, but again, card draw. It's very important to draw as many cards as quickly as possible, considering that we don't have Chillfallen Baron, and Death Knight draw is very limited without it. So play for curve, remove the board when it becomes a massive threat, and then play your big win conditions in order to suddenly win the game. So if you've been looking for an interesting deck to play with the new cards in the Ungoro 2 expansion, this is my biggest recommendation that I can possibly give. See, big recommendation. I'll see myself out. And don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified about our next upload. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best there's ever been. Gonna do this because the 1/1s are easier to pick off these minions. Play Wilted on 7, burn every bandage you have, then play Sasquatch on 8. Isn't that order random though? Sasquatch doesn't play everything in order, wait a minute. That's a big deal. It is in order? I don't don't remember Sasquatch ever working like that. It's random? Oh, okay, so you're just doing it for the meme then. Alright, maybe I can get lucky. Worst case scenario, I have Zilliax. Yeah, exactly. It definitely is infinitely worse, but if you want to shock your opponent, that's one way of doing it. Jesus, brother. Can I please get my win condition? Oh! Oh! The Giga Highroll! Yes! Oh, let's go! Turn 5. It's so good. It's Omega good. Oh, yes. Clark just came? What do you mean? I've been here the whole time. Aw, yeah. Aw, yeah. That's right. Bring back another one. Trade those minions, even though you're gonna summon bigger minions in the wake. Look at those big chonky boys! Woo! Now those are some chonkers. Those are some big chomper chonkers. Alright, isn't this just lethal? The easiest lethal of my life. The literal easiest turn 6 lethal of my life. I love how this literally keeps happening. This is like the 5th Murloc Paladin to make this mistake of trading into the 2/2s when they could have bought themselves another turn by simply not trading. They could have valued their board higher, but they literally fucked around and found out. So chat, you wanna know what? I actually had a revelation about what Twitch should be. One of the more censored shows. Yeah, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! In general suffered a lot of censorship to make it accessible and appropriate for younger audiences. But chat, you wanna know something? I actually have an idea on what they could do with Twist. You know what they should do? It's very simple. I unironically believe the way that you could save Twist without putting that much effort into it. Keep in mind, this is the only reason why I'm suggesting this is because Blizzard refuses to put the effort into the game mode to make it like actually something worthwhile. And this is one way that I feel like you can actually turn it into something that people will play. This is what you do. So you know the pre-Tavern Brawl, right? Imagine, you know, hey, I really like the pre-Tavern Brawl meta. It was lower power level. It can just showcase a couple of expansions. And if you really want to make it interesting, what you can do is you can bring the pre-Tavern Brawl, and as the new expansion is out, every month you rotate an expansion. So you have Emerald Dream, and you have Ungoro 2. You have that as your pre-brawl, and then when the expansion releases, Twist can be a format with those 2 sets plus one other set. And then after each month, you rotate a set. You could rotate Great Dark Beyond, you could rotate whatever the 3rd set is and bring in a different one as long as you have Ungoro 2. And this way, if there's ever like a problematic deck, you can kind of like pseudo get rid of it for a little bit. And it's just, I feel like that is just a better direction for what Twist could be, because it's actually a way that people will maybe engage with it. Like, I just don't know what else that they're gonna do with Twist at this point, you know? And I really feel like that is one great way to actually bring hope back to the format. A format with 3 expansions, standard, light. I mean, yeah, but if you add a wild expansion into that, that's the Twist. Like, what if for the first month, okay? This is actually a great example. What if for the first month of Twist, It is, for this expansion in particular, you have Ungoro 2, you have Emerald Dream, and then you have the original Ungoro. You have both Ungoros plus like a third expansion. Nobody will purchase wild packs. This, I mean, yeah, sure, but like, it's just about Twist being an actual playable game mode, you know? Like, I think that's the way that you do it.
Nothing gets.
Yeah, we're gonna do it to this one. Or like Knights of the Frozen Throne or something. I feel like this is the one way that you can save Twist. Is that if you really aren't gonna put in the effort to do what you've already done with the format, because for some reason you can't get creative with it, then just take this very bare bones idea, rotate one expansion, and give players a reason to climb. That's really all you have to do. And I feel like because the Tavern Brawl was very much enjoyed, and a lot of people enjoy the power level of a format like that, it would be a slam dunk. If you don't like Standard, go to Standard Light, essentially. I don't know, I feel like it's a good idea. And it's easy for them to do, as long as they know how to program rotating expansions. Like, it's really not that hard in order to get something like this off the ground, you know? Like, that's my idea. I think if you do that with Twist, you can at least publish the game mode. People can physically play it. Bam. Ooh, hello, Grom.
Taste my blade.
My blade. It doesn't matter, Twist is done. No way it's coming back. But see, that's the sad thing. No one is saying, hey, Clark, that's a bad idea. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed how anyone's like, wow, Clark, wow, that's a terrible idea. Why would we add that into the game? Everyone's just like, nah, I won't buy wild packs. Nah, Twist is done. The designers won't do it. It's a good idea. Like, it's the only way to make Twist somewhat viable. Just join based on Clark's unhappy face. I assume Ungoro 2 didn't get saved. Yeah, no, dude, I'm having fun. I'm like actually having fun right now. I'm just making a point. I'm just giving my take on what I believe Twist could be. I'm like actually having fun. I'm 5-1 with this deck right now. I'm sorry, I got resting bitch face. Not because I am an unhappy bitch, but because I am a complaining bitch. Twist could simply use the standard card pool, add a bunch of fun rules to it, and it would incentivize pack purchases. Exactly, dude. Normal use resources for a mode that is active 50%. Yes, and that's why this is why I'm recommending this change, so that way it doesn't have to be inactive anymore. They can literally put in something that they've already done, frame it as Twist, add in literally one expansion, and then you call it a month and you do it again the next month. It is literally the easiest W I could possibly give to you right now. You want to do the least amount of effort, that's how you do the least amount of effort.
Listen to
It's actually crazy. I'm having way more fun at this rank than I ever was at grinding top legend. All the YouTubers are doing it right now because they hate standard. I would take a step further than that and say they just hate Hearthstone right now. So they're trying out something new to bring the nostalgia back. Oh boy, that's a location on 2 if I've ever seen it. Twist could just pull a different set from standard each month, and I play at least a little bit. Exactly, dude. It would be an experience. Like, just have double Ungoro for like the next month or two. You know, have both Ungoro expansions and rotate one expansion in between. It's so not difficult. It's not difficult at all, and it's the biggest, easiest W that I can give you with no effort put into it. Alright, this Juror's just kind of sitting here, but this Amateur Sill is getting value. I would like to start a petition to rename this DK from big to enormous, ginormous, dare I say, colossal. Can you explain why we're playing Raptor but no Houndfellow? We're not playing Dreadhound Handler because we have High Cultist in the deck, which pulls Death Rattles out from my deck. Now, it is natural death rattles, not death rattles like this. And death rattles like this also don't get in the way of the Umbra. If you play Dreadhound Handler, it ruins the consistency of your High Cultist pulling out the Travel Security and the Awakener of Souls, and it also gets in the way of the Umbra popping off death rattles because you're just gonna summon a 1/1 with Reborn, which is not what you wanna do. This does not get trapped in the Umbra, which is why we made the deck this way. Makes sense? Yeah, no problem, mate. Feel free to ask any questions. I have no problem explaining my decks. Getting real tired of low on 3, and that's another reason why I'm not playing top legend right now. If top legend was fun and diverse, and wasn't just about one strategy being better than the rest, then I would try it. But as of right now, it's legitimately unbearable.
I will find a way.
I don't want to draw too much from the deck now that I have this. So I think we're just gonna play the Travel Security. Is low a problem, or is Murloc Paladin also good? I would argue yes, low is a problem. Murloc Paladin is okay. It's a deck that can be beaten, but a lot of people are getting frustrated by it, so they just want it dead. Which is honestly, I totally get it. Yo, let's go. I'm listening to a lot of COB, fueling my hate for Murloc Paladin. What is COB? I feel like I know that group, but I can't think of what that acronym stands for off the top of my head.
This will be an
Fuck me. Well, at least I have pyro removal. Cheese Murloc Paladin was such a mood. All right, chat. I want you to pay attention to this song. Okay? Really just pay attention to this song. This song is art. I'm not skipping this song. Your channel points can rot in hell.
Crimson Strike.
Yeah, nice channel points, nerd. Why doesn't the summon a copy of your make it reborn? Cause you're not summoning the original minion. You're not okay, so when you reborn a minion, you bring it back in its natural state, and then you bring it as a 1 HP minion. When you make a copy of a minion that already exists, you're summoning a copy of the minion as it is in that moment. If it has any kind of enchantments, like if you added a death rattle onto it, if it has extra, well, okay, in this case, extra stats don't matter because it's a 5/5 copy. But like, that's how that works. You're making a copy of the minion in the moment, versus when you reborn something, you're bringing back the minion in its natural state. And you just put it to 1 HP. Of course you know my name. Everyone knows it's true.
Put your faith in the light.
He can't keep getting away with it!
Start Havana, to Moscow and Tokyo, French Guyanese and Cantonese, everyone knows my name. Oh, this song is so good! I want more music to sound like this, dude. I can't believe they reprinted Naga Sea Witch. I mean, hey, at least they made it a legendary, right? You can only run 1 in your deck. But yeah, Lohs just probably gonna go to like 8 or 9 mana in all honesty, man. I wouldn't be surprised if it got bumped up to 9.
Witness the heart of this man.
Oh my. Low Owl Druid exists though? It actually does. It does exist. Tic Tac was playing it when the expansion first dropped. Oh my god, of course he did this. Lohs the most famous deck in top 1K right now. Yeah, I remember hearing someone say they had like 60% Druid matchup. mag. Put the mag in the bag.
Perfection. Rise, my Raptor! The fate of the world hangs in the
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Insignificant. Hurry up.
All right, I do believe he is running out of options. Oh my God, Fyrak again, dude! Yet again, dude, yet again, a Fyrak of all time. How much would that cost? Fyrak always rolls like a god for my opponent, but mills my hand. I know, brother. Trust me, I know, man. It's driving me crazy. All right, deal with it. Maybe playing this was wrong. I maybe should have just played this, because now if he has Ceaseless, it kind of clears everything. But then again, no, this is fine because I have my 2/2s, right? Didn't even hero power this. But then again, if he would have done that, that'd be summoning 8 drops, so this is probably better. My boy is back. Everyone says how good he is, and but he's working for the opponent. Yeah, dude, Fyrak is a double agent. This is looking like death. Also, 5 mana for this. Har.
How unpleasant.
You face
Thus
side.
ends my dream.
I'm beating Murlocs, and I'm beating Low Druid. Make the meta that you want to play. You don't have to conform. All right, bring it on, buddy. Time to meet my big schlong death rattles. The best draw would have been a Travel Security, but let's go. Unka Punka. We did not low roll, yeah. Ooh, I'm back. I guess I could save the weapon swing then, might as well. Dude, a warrior dealing with this is actually like really difficult. My death rattles are just gonna get in the way. We are totally hitting legend with this deck now. I think I'm committing to it. I wanted to do it with the Warlock deck, but I mean, if this deck is just gonna give me easy legend, I might as well, right? I also feel like this deck would be more effective at 10-star level. How am I doing, Clark? Yo, what's going on, Franco? I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying the game because I'm playing for fun. Wait, hold on. How much is it gonna kill this one too? 17 damage. 1720 with this. Oh wait, I completely forgot about the weapon. I'm so dumb.
Bit of a slip up.
I was so focused on my damage potential. Alright, he's back. He's having a good old time. Chat, I didn't misplay. I just allowed my opponent to play more Hearthstone. I just allowed my opponent to play even more Hearthstone. I'm such a kind, generous soul. Yeah, that was a ridiculous amount of damage I just threw away. This deck is just screaming add Xavius, isn't it? It probably is, but I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, just drawing from the deck and just getting what I want just kind of works. Like I've been playing this deck. And I haven't really missed Xavius. You know what I mean? Like, we have Elise, we have Sanguine, we have Coin into Yor. Like, I wonder what we cut. We could probably cut like Orbital Moon or something. Xavius probably isn't the perfect 30 of this deck, but as of right now, I really don't miss him. I'm not cutting Raptor. I definitely want double Raptor. I think Orbital Moon is the cut because it's the only situational card. Cut High Cultist for Xavius. Let this man cook. Just toss everything because we could play it slow. What do you think they'll do to make the quest playable? They're probably gonna buff a couple of them. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Even if they like buff like the Rogue quest, I don't think it makes it any more playable. Like, hell, it could be shuffle 3 cards into your deck and it would still probably not even be that good. And it's just because, like, it just dies. It doesn't sustain. The quest gives you... the quest actively does nothing the turn that you use it. It does nothing while you're building it up. It does nothing after you play the reward, and you have to wait until all that stuff before it finally starts building up to something, right? That's the big issue with the card. Give Turtles Stealth and Rush. You could give them Stealth and Rush. You could do something like that. So you could choose to attack with them immediately if you need them, or you can hold them back and use them next turn. I wouldn't be against that. But here's my big question. My big question is there something in the mini set that's gonna take Shuffle Rogue to the next level? Because we are working with an incomplete set, but at the same time, this needs to be a hell of a card, right? Like...
I remember this place well.
Uh-oh. Maybe I should be running Maximum Dirty Rat to counter Druid. That's what a lot of people are doing. Especially if you're playing a deck like Warrior, you kind of have to. Does tradable count as shuffling? No, it does not. Tradable, you're trading, not shuffling. Gaslight Gatekeeper is making a comeback in Rogue. Wow, really? Is Psycho Rogue just out of options like that? I don't want Rogue to have permanent rush turtles. That sounds absolutely awful. I mean, yeah, I totally get that, but at the same time, what the hell is Rogue gonna do? Rogue is just like absolutely just dead in the water. There's nothing good for it right now. You're pretty much playing old decks with Rogue right now. Okay, next turn I can play this into this. Now that I have this, the mechanic is kind of bad. Turtles have charge or lifesteal? Whoa. Charge would be maddening. This man just wants to see the world burn and wants rogues to be the ones holding the torch. Does Gaslight count for shuffling cards into your deck? Ooh, wait a minute, does it? Wait, hold on a minute. I didn't even think about Gaslight Gatekeeper.
Nothing gets...
Wait, hold on, no, Gaslight did rotate. Wait a minute. Are you telling me about a wild deck right now? It's fine if you are, but like, Gaslight's not standard, right? That was Badlands. Hold on, I'm literally being gaslit by the Gaslight. You son of a... Bro, this is the next level troll. This is like actually unironically a next level troll. I can't believe you've done this to me. Oh my god, dude, that's crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make this trade, kill the minion. Just do this, we chill. Next turn we do this into this, and then we have Umbra to just win the game, right? What do you think about turtles getting random bonus effects with their summon? Ooh, okay. You might be onto something. No! Yes! Oh my god, the rat didn't get me this time. Oh my god, the rat didn't get me this time, dude. Let's go. Nice try, you bastard. Why am I not playing the quest? Okay, so somebody asked me, somebody was like, I'm not having a lot of fun with this game, Clark, but I like control decks that have like an ultimate win condition. And I was like, why don't I try big DK? Because I have been meaning to try this deck to see how good it is without the quest. And that's how we got here. We're giving this deck a try without the quest, and honestly, it's working, dude. It is putting in some work. Alright, so now when this dies, we have Umbra, and this warrior is just gonna cry in lack of removal. This deck is kind of everything I want in a Hearthstone deck. Dude, I know, right? It's a control deck. I have ways of dealing with mid-game, and I have an ultimate win condition that I can use that kills people with minions. You know what this is reminding me of? This is literally reminding me of, like, Wallet Warrior. Remember Wallet Warrior, where you would control the board, and then you'd play big minions to kill your opponent? Oh my god, this deck is literally just Wallet Warrior. Clark, you reminded me of when Trump SC played the original Quest Warrior. Mulligan's the Quest versus aggro. On purpose. If only Mulligan in the Quest was ever correct. I guess we're just gonna do this, because I'm just gonna activate my value. Yeah, now it's Wallet DK. I might actually need to call this Wallet DK for the video, but at the same time, there's not really that many legendaries. This card's not even an epic, dude. It's just a rare. This deck's not even that expensive. Warrior not even getting the Wallet Warrior deck. I mean, this deck's kind of Wallet Warrior. I mean, you have the Quest, you have Ziliax, you have Tortola, you have Elise. Some decks run Xavius. Another Tyrion. Yet another one. Which means I can bring back Tyrions. I don't know if I really want that, though. Okay, that's not good for me. That's actually really bad for me. YOLO, Umbra. Okay. Alright, this is a bit of a low roll. Not gonna lie, it's a bit of a low roll. We do a little bit of low rolling, apparently. We do a lot of, wow. Okay. That was literally, I think, the worst thing that could have happened. Actually, wow. Damn. That sucks. If I literally just got my travel securities, we would have been fine. Dude, hold on a minute. I literally missed a 50-50 3 times. Because I've had 2 securities die because I orbital mooned the other one, and I had 2 Tyrions die. Put your faith in the damn light. Maybe I would if the light treated me better. I don't have a win condition anymore. Oh god. I ain't got a win condition. Aw. Maybe I do have a win condition.
I remember this place well.
Maybe I do have a win condition. Maybe I do have a win condition. Oh, he's back. This is gonna be the game that proves why Elise is in the deck. Alright, this has to be the game that proves why Elise is in the deck. Come on. We've already had a lot of good Elise games, but like, if Elise carries here, let's try opening a jar. Patrick, that's an Ashbringer. She fire on my plume till I ridge. Ooh. Oh, he's doing the thing. Wait, he's playing Galvadon. Elusive. Divine Shield. Giving it taunt would kind of suck. Stealth? Brother, he's killing me. Wait a minute, did he get the dream? Don't get Wind Fury. Dude, wait a minute. If he has Time Warp. Okay, alright, never mind. He doesn't have Wind Fury. Alright, hold on. Build a wall. Orbital Moon? Nah. Yeah, only mildly terrifying.
Blaze a trail.
I really don't want to have to tank the 8. Because if I'm worried about lethal, then I need to make sure that I don't just die out of nowhere.
Don't test me.
So we gotta do it this way. wouldn't have mana with Time Warp. I mean, no, this turn. If he were to do it this turn is what I'm scared of. Because all he has to, I mean, if he has to get through my board, but like, let's say he gets onto my board, hits me in the face, plays Time Warp, hits me again, I'm dead. Like, Galvadon Time Warp, in my opinion, is the best way, is like the best high roll you can get out of the quest reward. 1 dinosaur versus 100 Tyrions? What even is a Tyrion? Whoa, what? Okay. So he got that. Where the hell did that thing come from? Oh, Shadow Flame's Infusion, okay. I really just need to hit Wakener of Souls right now. Oh my lord.
Crimson Strike.
It's really funny how I have as a Death Knight have had like 3 Ashbringers now. Oh, Tyrion. Let's see. 1 dinosaur versus 100 Tyrions. Pretty sure the 100 Tyrions would win. Okay, hold on. That's kind of terrifying a little bit. Especially if you can make them 5/5s later. Bro, what are these draws? Create a Giga Leech. I was thinking about that, and as funny as that is, I really need the value of my Death Rattles to win this game. Like, even creating 1 extra card may not be enough, and if I get security next turn, like I'm so likely to get the security or the Awakener next turn. I have to do it this way. If I draw it next turn, then like it just really sucks. And now I have this into security, so we're kind of cooking. I wish the reward had taunt. Which reward?
I ain't talking.
Alright, that's fine. Absolutely. Dude, this is such a waste of a brawl. I'd love to see this. Oh, the DK reward had taunt? It'd be a bit broken if it did, because you can make several copies of it. Like, that's the thing, man. The more that you really think about it, it's like, if it was given Rush, if it was given, like, Taunt or something, like, the card becomes turbo insane. Okay, please do not miss. Do not miss. We did not miss. And I don't have to worry about it going to the top of my deck. That is fantastic. I can do this. I can trade here. I can make a copy. Corpsicle is just good damage. And now we just start outvaluing him. Dude, we are totally winning this game. He's gonna run out of removal. Yeah, dude, he's just dead. We win this game. I'm calling it now. We are the winners. Hello. Hello. Hell of a use for Time Warp, goddamn. This looks like a desperate play. This looks omega desperate, yeah. And now I got a Meadow Strider. I wish Rogue's Turtle had something else. Yeah, I agree, dude. Best Deathclock song, let's go. This actually is my favorite Deathclock song. I Ejaculate Fire. Like, can you literally name a more metal track? You can't. That is the most metal thing that I've ever heard of in my life. Okay, Corpse Explosion kills the turtle.
You face Psy Shadestorm.
I'm on, you know, okay. I need to be smart about this. Also, we got Meadow Strider. Dude, we literally have all of the late game. We quite literally have all the late game. I don't care about this guy having extra armor. Like, yeah, he gets extra armor from this, and I do have poisonous, but he still has another hydration station, I think. And just in case I need to, like, deal with, like, late game, I would rather have another board clear that's guaranteed. And now I have this into make a copy of it.
There's always room for dessert.
Oh, really?
Cards don't.
And it hit the Meadow Strider, of course it did. I can technically get it back from this.
He did take it all.
I mean, not gonna use it now, but that's value.
Relaxation for all.
Ooh, Marin? Dude, wait a minute. This game's getting interesting. This is a Hearthstone game, by the way. This is what people, yeah, this is the real Ungoro people wanted. The deck code is in the pinned comment, YouTube. I'm against the quest paladin. I'm against a quest deck that isn't paladin. Hell yeah, dude. All right, Black Knight value. Let's go. Bring back yet another Tyrion. 37-23 with the quest warrior. I think I refined the list. What's different about it? You just pretty much made it not hydration, right? Or are you still running hydration? Wait, is this lethal? Chat, we just kill him. Wow, dude. Yeah, put your faith in the light, dude. What a game. What a game, man. Gotta love it. Got to love it. We're saving Hearthstone one game at a time. My favorite Joel Haver sketch is Batman, but he doesn't show up video. That's also another great one. Let's see, what's like another one of my favorite? The Curious George one. Oh God. The first time I watched the Curious George one, it legitimately broke me. Oh dude, this is the game. Oh, this is the game. How many rolls did it take to get the pet? We got it on the last one. I'm legitimately gonna be editing a video. I'm just gonna rip the footage. I don't even have to like do that much editing for it. Priestman following. Dude, he unfollowed. Dude, what?
Player that ever lived.
Dude, are you trying to get my? Are you trying to get my attention? Well, now you have it. The Curious George in the hospital one. Yeah, actually hilarious. The reason why it's so funny is because you just see Curious George lying in a hospital bed, and then the doctor says, you know, if you have anything to say, now you should say something. He walks in, he's like, "Hi, George." He just looks over to them, and then the deepest voice possible just says, "I'm dying, Theodore." And it was just one of the most unexpected things. It legitimately fucking just killed me. If life was Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, pretty much. Hi, Editor Clark. Hello, Sean Bond. I am the editor. I've been editing my own videos for the past couple months. Protesting my points. Yes, brother, I told you weren't getting your points back because you tried to skip a song. You have to revel in your mistake. Now your points mean something. If I were to give you your points back, you wouldn't learn your lesson. You wouldn't learn your lesson. I was like, Chad, I want to show you a song. Yeah, we ate those points, dude. We ate them for breakfast. If you misuse the points, then you don't deserve them. I thought you got 2 stars from Diamond 5 Legend. That's only if I hit the 11-star bonus. I did not have the 11-star bonus for this run. All right, dude. I need him to play a minion that I can kill. Such a yes, dude. Okay, all right, hold on. I'm high on believing. Yes, baby. Please. I'm hooked on a feeling.
Annihilation.
Okay, there we go. For some reason, the song wasn't playing. Clark is officially a casual like the rest of us. Exactly, dude. I've learned to accept it.
I remember this place.
I might as well have fun. Being competitive in this game is just, it actually broke me, dude. It legitimately broke me. Yeah, I'm hooked on a feeling. Yeah, I'm believing that I love Big DK. Whew. All right, this is scary, but actually, no, it's not even scary. Why did he trade the 3-1? Could have killed this, but now I get to do this. The perfect way to hit legend. Doing this against a priest.
Rise and let balance.
Blaze a trail.
All right, deal with it. Put me in the short. I don't know if this is gonna be the short game, but if we do make it the short game, I'll make a specific edit for you. They are a Yu-Gi-Oh insider. That's why we gotta teach them how to really play Hearthstone. The perfect game to hit legend. I believe in this deck after going 12-1 with it, dude. What did I even lose to? Well, I lost to a druid, right? Oh, I lost to a menagerie priest. Wasn't that the game that I like turbo low rolled too? I like actually turbo low rolled that game that I lost. That game was still winnable. Dude, this actually might be a meta breaker. Let's go, baby. Legend with the biggest deck in Hearthstone. That's a legend, baby. Mwah. You are welcome, Hearthstone community. According to the data, according to my data, I am 2-0 against Murloc Paladin, I am 2-0 against Druid, and I am now 4-0 against Priest, with 3 of them being Menagerie. Quest DK, tier S. This is not Quest, this is only big. We focused only on making the big win condition, because I want to test like going all in on both ideas just by themselves. And I can confidently say, Big DK is a meta breaker. Let's see where we land. Top 1,000 is the goal. Okay, I expected this. Like I said, I would have been very, very disappointed, or I'm very confused if I hit top 1,000. But that is definitely a legend if I've ever earned it. Let's go, man.